We today will be completing this chapter, chapter 2, chemical bonding. Last time we have studied about oxidation, reduction, reducing agent, oxidizing agents. Okay. So
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Okay. So reduction. So what is reduction? Reduction is a process of gain of electrons. Okay. So we have seen reduction and oxidation. So reduction is what? Reduction is the process of gain of electrons. Okay, reduction is the process of gain of electrons. Then oxidizing is the process of loss of electrons. So oxidation is what? Oxidation is the process of loss of electrons. Okay, then in reduction the cation gains electrons. Okay, whichever is the cation. What is cation? Cation is an ion that has positive charge. So this cation gains electron, and in oxidation, anion it loses electrons. Okay, so this is the basic term that we have to remember. Then now we are going to see example. Now see, consider the following reaction. Okay, the reaction is copper sulfate. Okay, CuSO4. What is CuSO4? CuSO4 is copper sulfate. It reacts with ferrous ion. Okay, ferrous ion, or which we call as iron. So it reacts with iron. What is the symbol of iron? Fe. So there is a displacement reaction that takes place. Displacement reaction means what? The low reactive element, it is replaced by highly reactive element. Okay, or these copper and iron, they interchange their position. So Fe will replace the position of copper. So it will become FeSO4 plus Cu. What is FeSO4? It is ferrous. SO4 is sulfate. And Cu is the copper. Okay. Now this reaction, in this reaction, both reduction and oxidation takes place simultaneously. So this reaction is an example of redox reaction. Okay. Last time we have seen what is redox reaction. Redox reaction is the reaction in which reduction and oxidation take place simultaneously. So in this reaction, both reduction and oxidation takes place simultaneously. How? We will see that. Copper ion. Okay. Are you able to hear me, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, now I will repeat. Copper sulfate and ferrous, that is iron, they undergo a displacement reaction. Okay. Ferrous is more reactive than copper. Therefore, it is going to replace copper and it will form ferrous sulfate and copper. Okay. Now, in this reaction, there is oxidation and reduction taking place simultaneously. That is, oxidation and reduction take place together. Therefore, this reaction is called as the redox reaction. How it is taking place, we'll see that. We have seen that copper is formed in the product side, means it is neutral. You can see there is no charge present on copper over here. So this copper, a single metal that is separated from copper sulfate, how the reaction takes place is that copper ions, they form cupric ions. Cupric ions mean Cu2 plus. Okay. So as it has lost 2 electrons, it is going to gain 2 electrons from ferrous. So ferrous, when it replaces the position of copper, ferrous is going to donate its 2 electrons from the last shell to copper. Okay. So these 2 electrons from ferrous are accepted by copper. which already it is in short of 2 electrons. मतलब कॉपर के पास ऑलरेडी 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन कम है. ओके, तो वो जो 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है स्टेबिलिटी के लिए इट इज गोइंग टू टेक फ्रॉम फेरस. ओके, so copper gains electron plus 2 electrons. So plus 2 electrons and these 2 electrons, 2 positive charges, 2 negative charges, they balance each other, they neutralize the reaction and there is formation of copper. So it undergoes reduction. Reduction का meaning है gain of electrons. Okay, and whereas this ferrous, what it has done, it has donated 2 electrons from its last shell to copper. So therefore ferrous, it has lost 2 electrons. As it has lost 2 electrons, इसका मतलब है उसके पास 2 negative charges कम है. So that 2 negative charges are removed. So it means that is replaced by 2 positive charges. Okay. So this is oxidation, that is loss of electrons. Understood all of you? We'll see one more
Yes, ma'am.
example. Have all? Yes. Okay. Anyone else is having any doubt?
No doubt, ma'am.
Please write
No,
this
ma'am.
down so that we can take another example.
Yes, ma'am.
Write it down or you can take a screenshot. So among copper and ferrous, can you tell me which is oxidizing agent and which is acting as a reducing agent?
Ma'am, reducing is copper and oxidizing is iron.
And right, we have copper sulfate and we have iron. So which is oxidizing agent and which is reducing agent?
Ma'am, reducing is the copper and iron is reduction.
See, copper sulfate, what it is doing? It is gaining electrons. Okay. Last time we have seen what is an oxidizing agent? Oxidizing agents are electron acceptors. Okay, oxidizing agents are electron acceptors. So here, copper sulfate, it is acting as an oxidizing agent. Why it is acting as an oxidizing agent? Because it is accepting. Okay, and this ferrous or iron, it is acting as a reducing agent. Why? Because it has donating electrons. Okay, so copper sulfate is acting as an oxidizing agent and ferrous is acting as a reducing agent. Why? Because copper sulfate is accepting electrons. We can see that electrons are added to copper and here electrons are removed from iron. So therefore, copper sulfate is oxidizing agent, iron is a reducing agent, and this copper, it is getting reduced, that is it undergoes reduction, and ferrous undergoes oxidation. Now we'll see one more example. So you have to tell me in that. We'll take an example of magnesium chloride. Okay, is the screen clear? Can everyone
Yes,
see the-
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll see the next example of redox reaction, that is magnesium plus chlorine. So magnesium reacts with chlorine to form magnesium chloride. So now you will tell me, please try to tell me which is oxidation, which undergoes reduction. Oxidation means loss of electrons and reduction is gain of electrons. I'll tell you in each
Cl
case.
goes reduction.
What undergoes reduction?
Chlorine.
Chlorine.
Very good, very good. So here magnesium Okay. Magnesium it is 12, correct? What is the atomic number of magnesium? 12.
12.
So what will be the electronic configuration? 282.
282.
So that 282, I will show you over here. You can see this. Okay, so magnesium atomic number 12. So 282. Chlorine atomic number 17. So it is 287. Okay. Now they are forming magnesium chloride. So we require one more chlorine atom. So that also 287. So this magnesium last two electrons. So I put it over here. Okay, what does this cross indicate? It indicates the two electrons which are present in the outermost shell of magnesium. So these are the two electrons. Okay, and this is two chlorine atoms. Okay, so chlorine atoms they are surrounded by 7 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this 7. Same over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so this chlorine we get the electrons from magnesium. Okay, so chlorine it completes the octet. So chlorine, both the chlorine atoms after accepting the electrons they will become 288. Here also 288. Both the chlorine atoms, right? And what about magnesium? Magnesium has donated 2 electrons.
Reducing
So it
it.
becomes 2A, right? So here magnesium, what it is doing? Magnesium
Reducing.
is donating 2 electrons. So minus, donating 2 electrons, therefore minus 2 electrons. Okay, so it will form Mg. How many electrons are lost? 2. So we will write here +2. Okay, so this magnesium it has undergone oxidation. Okay, and chlorine. How many chlorine atoms we are taking? 2. So Cl2, addition of 2 electrons. So we have to write it in the form of ion. Ion we always write as 2Cl minus. Okay, there are rules for halogens. You can write it like this. Can't write it like this. It's incorrect according to the rules. So you have to write as 2 chloride ions. So 2Cl minus, and this chloride it has undergone reduction. Okay, so here magnesium oxidation, chloride is reduction, and magnesium is acting as which agent? Magnesium is acting as a reducing agent, and chlorine is acting as a oxidizing agent. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
fine. Please take a screenshot of this, or you can write
Done,
it.
ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Okay, done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then we have already seen covalent molecules of hydrogen, chlorine, nitrogen, oxygen. Now we come to the next part, that is coordinate bond or dative bond. Okay. The last type of bonding that we have to study is the coordinate bond or a dative bond. It is also called as a dative bond. Coordinate bond is also known as a dative bond. Coordinate bond is a bond in which
Ma'am, the screen's blur.
1 minute, the screen has become blurred.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's okay.
So now a coordinate bond or dative bond, it is a bond in which sharing of electrons takes place entirely from one atom, or one atom it will share two electrons with another atom. Okay, I'll explain you how it takes place. For example, formation of
Ma'am,
sodium ion. Okay, we see example.
ma'am, in front of coordinate bond in brackets written dative bond. Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, what is written in the bracket after coordinate bond?
what is
Ma'am, what is written in the brackets after coordinate bond?
dative bond? Dative bond. DATIVE. Dative.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So formation of hydronium ion. Okay, hydronium ion formula is H3O plus. Now how it takes place? Water plus hydrogen ion. Okay, it will form hydronium. Now how a dative bond or coordinate bond is formed in it, we'll see that. Water, oxygen, hydrogen, atomic number 1, electronic configuration 1. We have two hydrogen atoms. Oxygen, what is the atomic number of oxygen? It is
8.
correct, good. So we write as 2, 6. Now, formation of water molecule. So it will be oxygen surrounded by 6 electrons. 1, 2, 5, and 6. I write like this. Okay. And what is hydrogen ion? Hydrogen ion surrounded by 1 electron. Correct. So hydrogen. We have two hydrogen atoms. This one electron and this one. Okay. Hydrogen is completing what? It is completing the duplet. Oxygen is completing the octet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, one more hydrogen ion or a proton is to be added in this. Hydrogen with the positive charge is called as a proton. So this hydrogen ion we are adding in it. Okay. Plus charge. Plus charge indicates there are no electrons present in the shell of hydrogen. It has no electrons in it. The s orbital. We all know that hydrogen atom it is having s orbital. Okay, how many orbitals are there? S, P, D, F. Hydrogen atom, it has s orbital, which is circular or a spherical in shape. So this hydrogen ion that we are adding to the water molecule, this is the water molecule, which is showing you the electrovalent structure of water. This is electrovalent structure of water. Electrovalent structure means which shows a sharing of electrons. So these two electrons it is donated to hydrogen ion. So this oxygen, these two electrons, it will share, it will donate it to the hydrogen. So what type of bonding is formed that we will see. So here already these two electrons are there, which are not shared, which are not donated, either they are shared. Okay, these are shared. And these two are donated. These two are donated. So when they are donated, how we are going to show the bonding? We show it in the form of an arrow. Okay, this arrow and H, sorry, plus H that will write outside the bracket, indicating this arrow indicates how electrons are donated from oxygen to hydrogen, and this becomes the structure of hydronium ion. Okay, now what do these two electrons indicate? These two electrons are the electrons that are neither donated nor they are shared. So they are called as lone pair. Lone means alone. Okay, they are not attached with any other atom. They are not shared with any other atom, nor they are donated to any other atom. So they are lone pair of electrons. So this arrow indicates the dative bond, D-A-T-I-V-E, dative bond or a coordinate bond. I'll tell you once again, what is a coordinate bond or a dative bond? Coordinate bond is a bond in which only one atom, coordinate bond is the bond in which only one atom shares shares two electrons to another atom. Okay, or not only two, only one atom shares the electrons to another atom. यहाँ पे आप लोगों ने देखा है oxygen is doing all the sharing part. Okay, hydrogen भी है, oxygen भी है, but the sharing part it is done by only oxygen. Okay, so one atom will take all the load of sharing the electrons. That the bond that is formed in such case is called as a coordinate bond or a dative bond. Any doubt in this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
We are going to see one more example. Take a screenshot of this.
Taken, ma'am.
Okay, we'll see
Yes,
one
ma'am.
more example. It's the formation of ammonium ion. Formation of ammonium ion. Ammonium is NH4 plus. Okay, ammonium is NH4 plus. How it is formed? Again, we have hydrogen. We'll first write the reaction. Ammonia reacts with hydrogen ion and will form ammonium ion. Okay. Hydrogen atomic number 1, electronic configuration 1. Nitrogen atomic number 7, electronic configuration 2, 5. Okay. So here nitrogen and 3 atoms of hydrogen. Okay. So nitrogen is surrounded by how many electrons? 5 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this one electron of hydrogen. So here again, nitrogen is sharing these 2 electrons with hydrogen. Okay. What we are adding over here? Hydrogen ion. So these 2 electrons, they are shared with the hydrogen ion. So what it will form? Again the same structure. Okay, so these share electrons with hydrogen and these 2 electrons with the hydrogen ion, and here so this becomes the structure of ammonium ion. So again, coordinate bond or dative bond. When the sharing of electrons, it is done only by nitrogen. Okay, when the sharing of electron is done only by one atom, in this case it is nitrogen. Hydrogen is not sharing electron with the hydrogen ion, only nitrogen is sharing. So such type of bond is called as a coordinate bond or a dative bond. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
please write it down. Give the heading coordinate bond and dative bond. We write the definition. Write down the bond in which
This is for which one?
this definition is for coordinate bond or dative bond. तो आप लोग पहले हेडिंग लिखो coordinate bond और dative bond.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the bond in which sharing of electron takes place on the part of entirely one atom is called coordinate bond or dative bond. Is called coordinate bond or dative bond. I will repeat, please cross check. The bond in which the sharing of electrons takes place on the part of entirely one atom is called coordinate bond or dative bond. Okay, here you can see there is no lone pair of electrons. In case of hydronium, there were two electrons of oxygen atom that were not attached with any other atom. So next definition you will write for lone pair, LON, lone pair of electrons. Lone pair of electrons. So write in that a pair of electrons which does not take part in bond formation is called as lone pair of electrons. Okay. Is it okay?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
अभी ये जो क्वेश्चन है very very important. There are maximum chances in exam they'll ask you about formation of ammonium ion. So you have to write all these atomic number, electronic configuration, chemical reaction, sharing of electrons. So this is important, okay? They can either ask you about water or they will ask you about ammonium ion. Anyone they are going to ask. Next important question is, now see this chapter is over. We will just go through few important questions in this chapter. So now see the next, please write down the question. Sodium chloride will conduct electricity sodium chloride will conduct electricity only in fused state, fused FUSED, fused state or aqueous state, fused state or aqueous state. Okay, so question का meaning क्या है? जो NaCl है, that we have seen electrolysis of NaCl. तो ये जो NaCl है, that is sodium chloride, ये इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंडक्ट करता है when वो फ्यूज स्टेट में होगा या एक्वियस स्टेट में होगा. I'll tell you the difference. You all know aqueous state means what? तो हमने इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस में किया था सोडियम क्लोराइड प्लस वाटर. मतलब एक टेस्ट ट्यूब लेना है, उसमें सोडियम क्लोराइड और वाटर जो है सॉल्ट सॉल्यूशन. Okay, so that is an aqueous state. What do you mean by fused state? Fused state का meaning है you have to take a test tube. In this you have to add NaCl, that is sodium chloride, और उसको हीट करना है डायरेक्टली. तो ये जो सोडियम क्लोराइड है इनिशियली वो कौन सी स्टेट में होता है? सॉलिड स्टेट में. जब आप उसको हीट करोगे विदाउट वाटर, यू डोंट हैव टू ऐड एनीथिंग, जस्ट सोडियम क्लोराइड यू हैव टू हीट इट, so it becomes the molten state. It becomes which state? Molten. Molten का meaning है it is slightly melted. Okay, and that state is called as a fused state. मतलब सोडियम क्लोराइड को मेल्ट करना है without adding any chemical or without adding any water. Okay, so that is a fused state. So what is the question? Sodium chloride will conduct electricity only when it is in fused state or in aqueous state. So what is the reason for that? That we have discussed it.
No, ma'am.
Yes, Aditya, you were telling something.
No, I'm not getting.
See, sodium chloride, when we heat it or when we dissolve it in water, NaCl, the force of attraction that is present between Na plus and Cl minus. Okay, both of them there is a strong electrostatic force of attraction. Electrostatic force of attraction means what? The force, the bond that is formed by transfer of electrons. Sodium जो है सारे electrons sodium को दे देगा. Okay, that is the electrons that are present in the last state. जो 281 है sodium का electronic configuration, so it is going to donate electron. As it is donating one electron, it is getting plus one charge. Chloride is accepting one electron, so it is getting minus one charge. So दोनों के बीच में जो electrostatic force of attraction है, when it is in solid state, it is very strong. As we start heating it or when we dissolve it in water, this bond between sodium and chloride will break, and when the bond breaks, they are separated as Na plus and Cl minus. Okay, they are separated as two different ions, that is sodium ion and chloride ion, and hence it conducts electricity. Because for conducting electricity, there should be free ions. Free ions means they are not attached with any other element. The ions should be free, positive and negative charges. When they are freely moving, then only it can conduct electricity. So when the bond breaks between sodium and chloride, the ions become free and it conducts electricity. Understood?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
तो आप इसका प्लीज ये लिखो, तो आंसर लिखो.
Yes, ma'am.
It is because sodium chloride, it is because sodium chloride contains, it is because sodium chloride contains free ions Sodium chloride contains 3 ions. In aqueous state, in aqueous state, in aqueous state or fused state to conduct electricity. To conduct electricity. Okay, now related to this question only, write on the next question. Solid sodium chloride does not conduct electricity. Solid sodium chloride does not conduct electricity. तो इसका आंसर लिखो, because the oppositely charged ions, because the oppositely charged ions in sodium chloride are held by strong electrostatic force of attraction, and hence they are not free to carry, electric current. Next, write down. Next question. Molten, MOLTEN. Molten sodium chloride. Molten sodium chloride conducts electricity. Give reason. Okay, these are all give reasons. Molten sodium chloride conducts electricity. So इसका आंसर लिखो. Molten sodium chloride conducts electricity because the electrostatic force of attraction are overcome by heat energy, and the ions become free to carry electric current. Okay, so ये सब questions related है. Any one of these can come. Now next question write down. Sugar solution does not conduct electricity. Sugar solution does not conduct electricity. Can anyone tell me the formula for sugar?
C6H12O6.
Very good. So C6H12O6 plus water. Okay, क्योंकि क्या बोला है sugar solution. Sugar solution it is always prepared in water. So because it is highly soluble in water. So ये जो sugar solution है, you can see like NaCl and water. ये जो NaCl है, it is Na plus and Cl minus. So such type of positive and negative charges are not present in sugar solution. Not present in sugar. Okay, so ये जो sugar है, it does not donate electrons, neither it accepts electrons. Okay, it is not doing both. So what it does, it shares electrons with water. So sugar shares electrons with water and it forms a molecular structure. Okay, it does not form an electrovalent structure. Electrovalent structure मतलब जिसमें हम लोगों को दिखता है कि one atom it is giving electrons to another atom. That type of structure is not formed by sugar solution. Okay, it contains only molecules. Okay, what is molecule? Molecule means different atoms. Okay, in any number they come together and they will form one compound. So यहाँ पे 6 carbon है, 12 hydrogen and 6 oxygen है. They are combining with each other and they are forming a molecule. Okay, when they dissolve in water also, they are going to combine with water. They are going to share electrons. There is no separation of charges over here. Therefore, sugar solution does not conduct electricity as it is a molecular compound and there is no sharing of electrons. There is no donation of electrons nor there is acceptance of electrons. What it is doing, it is only sharing of electrons. Okay, one easy thing you have to remember, जो NaCl है, it is ionic bond और जो sugar solution है, ये है covalent bond. Covalent bond मतलब sharing of electron, ionic bond मतलब transfer of electron. Ionic bond always conducts electricity. Covalent bond does not conduct electricity. So that is the reason. Only one sentence answer. Write on the answer. Sugar solution is a covalent compound. Sugar solution is a covalent compound, comma, does not conduct electricity, as the ions, ions मतलब positive और negative ions are absent, as the ions are absent and only molecules are present. Okay, I'll repeat. Sugar solution is a covalent compound, does not conduct electricity as the ions are absent and only molecules are present. Okay, so it is not going to conduct electricity. Next, give reason. Ionic compounds have high melting point. Ionic compounds have high melting point and high boiling point. Ionic compounds have high melting and boiling point. Give reason. So what is the reason for that? Same example. Na plus Cl minus. ये है ionic compound. First there are two ions, cation and anion present. So here is which attraction? There is a strong try to break this bond by heating. Okay, or when you take NaCl, dissolve it in water, prepare a sodium chloride solution, and when you heat it, in both cases, more energy is required. Okay, more energy का मतलब है more heat energy. More amount of heat is required so that a complete clear sugar solution, a complete clear salt solution is formed. Similarly, in case of melting the sodium chloride, that time also high amount of heat energy is required to break this bond completely. Hence, they have a high melting and boiling point. Okay, why? Because the strong force of attraction, opposite charges है, एक plus है एक minus है, तो दोनों में जो force of attraction होगा, that will be very strong. So more heat energy is required to break the bond between sodium and chloride. Okay, that is the reason why they have high melting and high boiling point. So write down this answer. The constituents, इसको बोलते हैं constituents. Okay, sodium and chloride constituents. The constituents of ionic compounds. The constituents of ionic compounds. That is oppositely charged ions. That is oppositely charged ions are held by strong electrostatic force of attraction. Strong electrostatic force of attraction. Therefore, more energy is required. More energy is required to separate them, and hence they have high melting. Hence they have high melting and boiling points. Last division को bond formed in hydrogen molecule. Bond formed in hydrogen molecule is non-polar. Covalent bond. Is non-polar covalent bond. Okay, I repeat, bond formed in hydrogen molecule is non-polar covalent bond. So, can you give me example of polar? We have done it last time. Polar covalent compound. Example. पोलर का मतलब है दो पोल्स होगा जिसमें. Do you remember? Yes or no? Is everyone there?
Ma'am, ammonia.
Is everyone there? All of you please reply. Reply. Yes or no?
Yes, miss.
Polar compound. See, what is the question? Hydrogen molecule. Why it is called as non-polar? Okay, polar का example we have seen. Polar compound का example we have seen HCl. We have written that also. Okay, what is HCl? It dissociates as H plus and Cl minus. Correct? So I have told you we have written like this delta का sign, right? Positive ion, negative ion. ये है positive pole और ये है negative pole. Okay, polar compound means when one molecule it has both the poles. एक positive pole है और एक negative pole है. Why? Hydrogen is more electropositive. It is more electropositive and chlorine is more electronegative. इसका मतलब है क्लोरीन जो है वो हाइड्रोजन के सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इट विल टेक टुवर्ड इटसेल्फ. Okay, it is going to accept all the electrons from hydrogen. Therefore, chlorine is called as electronegative. It is going to attract all the electrons toward itself from hydrogen. Whereas hydrogen, it donates its electron to chlorine. Therefore, it is electropositive. That is the reason why hydrogen is having positive charge and chlorine is having negative charge. Okay. So two poles are present, positive pole and negative pole. That is the reason why HCl is called as a polar molecule. What is necessary for a polar molecule? The two atoms that are present in the given molecule, they should have different charges. Now, coming back to our question, hydrogen molecule is non-polar. Okay, it is opposite of polar. Non-polar मतलब अभी ये जो हाइड्रोजन है सेम एटम्स रहते हैं. पोलर में क्या है? These are different atoms. एक हाइड्रोजन है और एक क्लोरीन है. Okay, so different atoms in case of HCl, same atoms in case of hydrogen. Same atoms है तो दोनों का जो इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी है that will also be same. Okay, both will have H plus only. There is no different charges. एक पॉजिटिव और एक निगेटिव नहीं है, बोथ आर प्लस प्लस. ओके, whereas यहाँ पे एक प्लस है और एक माइनस है, so it is polar. यहाँ पे दोनों प्लस चार्जेस है, मतलब they are going to share electrons, they are not going to donate electrons. यहाँ पे क्या है, एक डोनेट करेगा एक एक्सेप्ट करेगा. यहाँ पे क्या है, they are going to share electrons. That is the reason why it is non-polar, because it does not form two different poles. Okay, two different poles मतलब एक positive and एक negative. That is not formed in case of this because ये दोनों same है. So ये दोनों same है तो दोनों का जो charges है वो भी same है, वो electron share करेंगे. और यहाँ पे two different atoms है, एक ज़्यादा electronegative है, एक electropositive है. So there is transfer of electron, यहाँ पे sharing of electron. ये polar है because one is positive, one is negative. एक non-polar है because they are sharing electrons. There are no different poles. That is एक positive और एक negative नहीं है. Both are positive.